What's up, guys? It's Dustin with Two Brothers Comics, and it is that time of the month again where we're going to go over Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm going to take you guys and let you look through all the covers that I picked up, talk about the last issue, and maybe what we think is going to happen in this one. Alright, guys, so it is that time of month again, like I said, where I'm going to take you guys on an awesome journey through all of this beautiful cover art that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We are on issue 3, and I'm pretty sure I have more than three books for this whole series. I'm loving this cover art. It is just something that has just grabbed me, and I can't stop buying them. So I keep buying them, and if I'm buying them, I'm going to show them to you guys. So first issue we have here is number 3. We do have some second prints to run through as well. But this is going to be issue number 3. This is cover A. So you do get your first cover appearance of the Green Ranger Shredder. He looks really, really cool. Super, super awesome design that they came up with as far as integrating the Green Ranger's helmet with the Shredder's helmet, even including the Dragon Shield there. You know, he's got his own version of the Dragon Shield. You got Bebop and Rocksteady right there on the side, really, really big. So that's really cool too. Obviously, those are some of the most favorite characters from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it was really cool to see them on there. We do have some Foot Clan members off to the side here. And of course, we have both teams down here on the bottom. Of course, we do not show a Green Ranger, Tommy. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go with Tommy going forward in the book here. So that is your cover A. And, for a cover A, it's spectacular. I absolutely think it is awesome. Definitely digging that. Now we're going to run through the Goni Montez variant covers. This month we are featuring Billy Cranston's Blue Ranger helmet. So first up, we have Leonardo holding Billy's helmet there. And again, they're pretty much using the same covers for all of these Goni Montez cover. I think this is cover B variants. So they're just swapping out the helmet, I think. But I mean, they look good. They look so good together. So I did pick up all of those. Again, that's Leonardo. Next up, we have my favorite, Raphael. And again, like I've said in every video, you can tell that there is a difference in the hand placements on the helmets. The helmets are exactly the same on every one. And I haven't looked at it, but I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at issue 1 and issue 2, each turtle is probably the exact same too. They're just changing out the helmet itself. But they still, I mean, like I said, they look great. So that's Raphael. We also have Donatello. And, something, that is going to be cool to do with these is to be able to, set up, all of the Donatellos and all of the Raphaels and all of Michelangelos. And they're each going to be holding a different helmet for every issue. So that's something cool that'll be a neat display. If that's something that, if someone's grabbing all of these and that's something they wanted to do, it would definitely make a really cool display. Next we have, and lastly, Michelangelo. This orange really pops well with the blue there. Definitely digging that one. I think that's been probably one of the cooler color scheme matchups there, with the Blue Ranger helmet and Michelangelo's orange bandana there. So that is all of the turtles holding the Power Rangers helmets. These are the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 0 helmet homage covers, all by Goni Montez. And everything he does is awesome. I really dig all of his stuff. Next up, we do have the FOC. That's the FOC variant. Now, I do want to talk about this one here because this is probably my least favorite cover overall. So, a couple things. One, can we just talk about Fat Billy for a second? Because I don't understand why Billy looks like he swallowed a whole nother Power Ranger. I do understand what they're trying to do there. They're trying to kind of get him to have that that arched back, you know, where he's getting kicked in the back by Donatello there. But I don't think that they executed that very well because it just made him look huge. And the turtles, they kind of look a little weird too. I mean, if you look at Donatello here, you know, he just, you know, the way his legs are done, you know, he looks a little chunky too. So, you know, I don't think they really captured, you know, the best. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I don't think they really captured the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers very well on this cover. They just all come off looking a little weird to me. So, I did grab it though. I've got all the other FOCs, so I did grab it. And you know, Billy is really the only one that looks weird to me. Jason does look a little weird, just because, you know, his legs are just kind of like there. It stops at the knee, and then you don't see his feet anymore. You kind of get a little inkling of a foot there, but it just seems a little strange looking to me. I definitely like the colors with the blue fading into the green and then coming off of the rooftop. So, you know, that does look really neat. But definitely when I saw this cover, I was just a little taken back at the artwork on that. And along with the FOC, we have the 1 in 50 variant. Now, the 1 in 50 variant is the exact same thing. The only difference is it's just no color. But it's still, you know, same exact thing. Still have Fat Billy, weird Donatello looking on the rooftop there, and a kind of a funky looking Jason there. So, but it looks a little neater though, being in the black and white, being kind of, you know, the sketch cover there. So, you know, that was still pretty cool. Didn't see a lot of these. Actually, don't think many people even knew what the 1 in 50 looked like until today. I know I didn't, and I've looked everywhere for the past few weeks to try to see, you know, what covers are going to come out for, you know, this ratio and that ratio. So, you know, it was you know, kind of a surprise on what it was. I don't know. I mean, I really wish that they would have done a different cover, maybe even cover A, you know, in this style would have looked really cool. But, you know, this is definitely just kind of plain and simple. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like that one? Or are you kind of with me and thinking it's just a little, for a 1 in 50 especially? Now, the next one is definitely one of my favorites that I picked up. This is the 1 in 25 variant featuring Raphael holding the Green Ranger helmet. My favorite turtle and my favorite ranger. Come on. That was a no-brainer. This is probably my favorite cover that came out this week. Maybe. It might be my second favorite cover that came out this week. I think there's a second print that I maybe like a little more. Maybe two. But it's definitely in the top 3 out of the 45 of these books that I bought today. But it looks really, really good. I mean, that Green Ranger helmet, with the green on the turtle, just it really pops and it looks really, really good. I definitely love the Green Ranger helmet covers better than any of the other ones. I was really, really happy to see with issue number 2 that we got this, because I was kind of worried we weren't going to get a Green Ranger variant. And then we have the 1 per store variant, which it looks like they're going to continue on with the white Power Ranger helmet for all the 1 per store variants. If you guys remember, in issue number 1, we had the Shredder holding the White Ranger helmet. In issue number 2, I believe we had Leonardo holding the the White Ranger helmet. And then issue 3, we get Raphael. So that one looks really good too. And as much as I am a fan of the White Ranger, I don't know. It just looks a little strange to me in the turtle's hands. Like, it doesn't flow really well. and I guess, you know, some of the other ones didn't either, but this one just, I don't know. I loved issue number 1 with Shredder holding the White Ranger helmet. That one right there was absolutely fantastically done. It looked great with the colors that they did and the smashed visor. It was really, really cool. Picked it up, still happy to have it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm really feeling the White Ranger helmet on these covers as much as I would have thought I would have. Now we're going to move on to the second printings. So these are the variants for the second printings of issue number 1, featuring Shredder holding the Red Ranger helmet. And I actually thought this was going to be a virgin cover, but it's actually not. It's a dressed cover, as you can see. But still looks cool. The fact that it's not a virgin, you know, they were able to kind of tie in, you know, making the Turtles logo there, you know, it being red, it kind of ties in really well. You can see where the helmet's really busted up, the visor's cracked, the mouthpiece is really, you know, kind of busted up there too. So it ended up looking really good, even for a dressed cover. And I'm not always a fan of the virgin prints, so I really do like the dress covers too. So I was super psyched to see that they did the Red Ranger helmet for a variant cover B for the second printing of issue number 1. So that was really neat. I think that stack's getting tall enough. Now we move on to the second print of issue number 2, and it is another dress cover featuring the Yellow Ranger's helmet. And again, I thought this one might have been a just and all it was just the stock images. You know, sometimes we get the stock images. And, you know, even for a variant, you know, you may think it's going to be a virgin print, but it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't say yes or no it is, depending on how close it is to the release. But again, definitely happy even with the dress cover. I think it looks great for cover B. And you should be able to get these for cover price, these reprints for the cover Bs on number 1 and 2. Cover price is about all I would say to pay for these. I mean, it's you know, it's not a low print. It's not a, you know, it shouldn't be super hard to find. So, you know, for a cover price book to be able to get the Shredder holding the helmet, that's really, really cool. Now we get on to my favorites. So, this one right here is probably my second favorite overall out of this series. Maybe even the first, I don't know. But this here is the second printing for number 1. This is the 1 in 10 variant, featuring the Shredder holding the Green Ranger helmet. And how awesome is that, considering what is happening in this story with Shredder morphing and becoming the Green Ranger. So I was so pumped whenever I was able to find out that this was coming out. It came out really, really good looking book here. It beautifully done cover. Now, I know I said earlier I wasn't really feeling the White Ranger helmet, but I do think as far as the Shredder covers go, the White Ranger helmet, it just, the color scheme matches up so well. It is absolutely fantastic. But I'm just still a little bit more leaning towards the Green Ranger just because I love the Green Ranger so much. But yeah, it's definitely a toss-up. I mean, they're both winners, and I don't really have to pick because I have them both, so I'm super pumped about that. But again, you do have the crushed up visor, the kind of muffed up mouthpiece there, so you can tell, you know, he's battle worn for sure. And now we come to the 1. This is the 1. This is the 1 per store variant for number 1, the second printing. And how awesome does that look? You have Lord Draken helmet being held by the Shredder, and I mean, it looks really, really cool. I was super surprised when I found out that they were going to use Lord Draken's helmet for a cover in this series. I don't see him ever showing up in this series at all. But being that Lord Draken is a humongous part of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic books, you know, I do think it was a really smart move for them to put him on a cover. because people are gonna love it, and you know, people want it. So it came out really, really cool. I really enjoyed picking through this one and seeing the you know, the crushed up visor. The part but coming through the middle of the visor is cracked there. The jewel on the top there is cracked up a little bit. But you know, one thing I was thinking about this cover is I don't really see Shredder in any form being able to touch Lord Draken. But you know, I understand, you know, for the cover they want to keep it consistent, that's fine, but Draken would absolutely just drag Shredder in my opinion. So I haven't read any of issue 3 yet. In issue 2 we get the Shredder morphing into the Green Ranger. We get a little more in depth in the storyline on figuring out what's actually going on with Tommy. We find out that you know, Tommy's not there to necessarily join the Foot Clan. We're not getting evil Tommy like I was kind of hoping for. And we actually find out that it's pretty much all been a setup from the jump by Shredder. Shredder using someone Tommy knows to lure him in order to basically trap him and obtain the morphing coin, excuse me, the power coin for the Green Ranger and morph himself. So that was really, really cool. It was definitely a neat mashup to see. So I'm super interested to see where that goes. I'm also interested to see what's going on with Rita showing up, especially with Rita kind of eyeballing Bebop and Rocksteady. And we know that Rita has the ability to make those monsters grow. So again, I haven't read issue 3. So if it happens and you feel like I spoiled it, I'm sorry. But I have not read this. This has just been pure speculation since the last issue that I've read. That I would like to see Rita, you know, blow up Rocksteady and Bebop, and you know, then see, you know, Shredder bring in the Dragon Zord, and you know, then and just have, like, you know, just this 3-way brawl. But I really think it would be awesome to see, you know, 150-foot Bebop and Rocksteady crushing through the city, and the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles having to deal with that. I'm super excited to see if that happens. I just don't see how they couldn't do that. If I came up with that, I'm sure Ryan Parrott's already come up with it. He's already handled it, and it's probably gonna be way better than anything I would have come up anyway. So hope you guys enjoyed looking at all these covers today. I hope that you know, when the next issue comes out, they kind of slow it down a little bit, trim down on how many covers they're doing, because I want to keep buying them all, but this was a lot. But I'm enjoying the artwork. I'm enjoying these covers that we're getting here, so I don't mind paying for something that I really, really love and enjoy. I usually don't go out and buy every cover, or even, you know, buy the incentive covers. I never do that because it just, you know, it's expensive. But for this book, I mean, there was just, you know, I told my wife whenever I heard it was coming out and what they were doing with these covers, I was like, just so you know, I'm buying them all, because it's Turtles and it's Power Rangers, and there's nothing that could have ever been put together and would have been more perfect for me than this. And the storyline's been fantastic. The artwork inside's been pretty cool. You know, like I said, we're getting things that, you know, are happening in here that I never thought of or even considered happening. So it's been really cool to see how this has progressed. And I'm super excited to get into this issue number 3. So again, hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the covers. Drop a comment. Let me know which cover you guys thought coolest looking one. I'm probably going to pick at least 1 or 2 of these to get signed and slabbed at Huntsville Comic-Con by Jason David Frank. So maybe drop a comment. Let me know which ones you think that would be cool to get signed and slabbed from any of the videos I've done on this series. And let me know which ones you guys think look really good or which ones you think look really bad. Just because I'm interested to know how you guys feel about them. Or are you guys buying as many covers as I am, or are you just sticking with cover A Maybe you're just buying, you know, a couple of the helmet variants or one helmet variant from each issue. I'm just curious to know what everybody else is doing with it. So let me know in the comments how you guys are enjoying the series, the cover art, and all that. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And as always, subscribe to the channel. And y'all already know, collect your way.